So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the 80,000 plus crowd really making a terrific scene here. Some trivia for you. This ground 7,200 feet above sea level. It adds an interesting extra dimension to any and every game that is played on this ground. So that's got things underway. Dunk, a player joining here, a pretty exclusive club. This game is the 200th in his career for this side.
Yeah, he's the mainstay in this team, Peter, and his value can never be underestimated. One of the first names on the team sheet, a priceless asset.
Has crossed into the middle. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? That's really well cleared. That'll be a throw-in. Little pass back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And this is Neymar. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Cleared without complication. Now it's Luis Araujo. He is just caressing the ball. Flamengo have their second corner now. Howson with the clearance. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. Neymar ploughing through the middle. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Brilliantly cut out. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bruno Henrique. Can he get shapes to shoot? Goal! Flamengo! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Flamengo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Ajax are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Luis Araujo. Chance! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's in plenty of space here. Flamengo trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Drives it, up he goes! Sticks it away! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, shooting chance! And he gets rid in a hurry. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That was lovely, that. Wow, look who's involved.
He won't be happy with that one. That's a nicely weighted pass.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ajax are still behind as we reach out for half-time. And here's Van Basten. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, some tackle that. And here's Neymar. That is good strength. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Well, plenty of early set pieces here. Takes aim and crosses. Cleared away. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's fab. Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That pass isn't the best. Oh, he's got space here. Floated through. And this is Neymar. Incoming delivery. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Cambio en el Ajax. Número 55. Número 9.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Entran
Ajax really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And it's Van Basten. Now that's well seen too. Ajax do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Mbappe. That looks a good ball through. Shot at goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Van Basten clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's hoisted clear.
Ajax clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Oh, well played. And the counter is on. Now it's Luis Araujo. Flamengo looking to pass their way through. Neymar. Ajax really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. And it's been played. And the finish! And he hits the net! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 80.953.
And it's Neymar. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. He rises! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Ajax still have the cards to affect this game. It's a searching pass. That has been cut short. Driving on and making good progress. De Arrascaeta. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is lovely. Messi. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain...
Mbappe! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Mbappe fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Ajax have their third corner. And the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Cambio en el Ajax. Número 12.
Ajax are making
Número
a change
11.
now.
Entran número 99, número 22.
Danilo. Flamengo finding their passes. Serginho searching past. Bullish header! Oh, it's come off the upright. And they're back on the ball again. He's in space and looking for options. Keeper's dealt with that. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Strong running down that left flank. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. That's an imaginative pass. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Can he finish? In he goes again. Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your
Número
net.
20.
Flamengo take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! He has found the way through. Danger averted for now. Torres. That's De Arrascaeta. And that's that. Ajax were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Ajax just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the crowd here in Guadalajara, known for being hot and passionate, and that is precisely how it feels here in Guadalajara. And that gets things running. Martin Caceres, Jim, precious little doubt about what his outstanding qualities are.
Aggression and tenacity, Peter, but there is another side to his game as well. He's got a certain confidence on the ball, and he can pick a really telling pass too. That's vital if you're looking to play a patient, possession-based game.
Now the ball in. And that has been cleared. He's had it nicked away. Long ball looking to counter. He's in a good position here. That's surely a foul, free kick. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
What a player!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Fiore tries to cross, and he's there to clear it. And it's Rijkaard. And the pass is intercepted. Henderson with the foul. Keeper's got good distance on that. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, takes a shot. He has done it. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Ajax are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Mbappe. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. De Jong turns back here, probably the best option. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Howson is the team's great visionary. Rijkaard. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Dunk. Rijkaard. Dunk. Played back into the centre. Now Van der Ven. And it's Cannavaro. Howson. Dunk. Knocks it into space. Doué.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Flamengo looking to pass their way through. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Dunk. Oh, this looks sharp. Fiore. Done delicately. Howson calmly anticipates.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mbappe. Dunk. And he can clear it away. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Belletti. And he stands tall, impenetrable. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. De Jong. Pull it. Doué looking to run onto it. Oh, that's fabulous.
Se agregará un minuto al
Hangs in
tiempo
a
de
cross. He
comentario.
gets big. Goal! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that'll be the last act of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
Señoras y señores,
No,
les
well, the
informamos que
pickings
solamente
certainly
se
have
permite
been rich
fumar
in this
en
first
las áreas
half.
designadas
Well, it's a
para
lead
tal caso.
that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Cambio en el Ajax. Número 44. Número 13. Número 55. Número 18. Entran número 6. Número 8. Número 14. Número 99.
Here we go again then.
Ajax can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Diogo Costa punts it upfield. That pass has been well intercepted. Kökçü. It's run loose here. Howson. Ajax do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Robertson. Played in by Robertson. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Pedri. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Doué. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bullet with 2 goals already to his name. Great vision. Belletti, and he's certainly onside here. Pings in across, and that has been cleared. Ajax do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Robertson. Now this could be a chance. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Batistuta. Oh, that was vital. And he's there to belt it away. Quality ball. Opts to play it back.
Ajax really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Pedri unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And the keeper's got it again. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Howson cuts it out. Now it's Doué. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Cambio en el Ajax. Número 7.
Probably be looking to play it square from here.
11.
They're taking a moment to consider their options. And this is Batistuta. Oh, well played, well played. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Chooses to go crossfield. Another throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. And he plays one through. Oh, and he shoots! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that.
And Batistuta! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a good effort. You can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. Rijkaard gets good distance on it. Pressing high and with purpose. Belletti. Into the last 5 minutes. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Rijkaard has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, there's the clearance. Ajax have it back and can go again. Batistuta! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Robertson clears.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. He is through here. Now it's Hullet. Incoming delivery. So that's it. It is all over. Ajax perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
Señoras y señores,
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
What's that bias, Jim? He just has the lot. He has such class, doesn't he?
That's it, an oozer of class and an example to all aspiring footballers.
Now he's off and running. Endrick. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. Menu. Endrick. Rice. Stood up well to him there. And he's only too happy to take that back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar. He has found a way. It's Neymar! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Chouameni. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, they could break here. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Menu. Šeško. Messi. Endrick. Threads one in. Dunk. Kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Still goalless. That is ended up in no man's land. Pedri. Great vision. And this is Neymar. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Ajax! And Ajax take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And he's found a way past. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So, this to restore parity. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
Lyon grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Out for a throw. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Rijkaard. That's a little off target. Lyon look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
That's good running with the ball. Rice Does really well there, he is strong. Pedri. Oh, it's Van Basten. Great defending, strong and determined. Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Smoothly does it. Howson. Ajax finding their passes. Great skill, that's nice. And they're quick to get it back. Menu can so cleverly bypass the press. That has not gone well. Endrick. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Fiore bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Endrick. And it's Zanetti. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Neymar. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now that looks a decent ball. Fiore. Neymar, who's set up one goal so far.
Une minute.
Now it's Endrick. Pedri. Oh, that's delightful. He is through here. And we hit half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Attention, changement.
So once again, we're underway.
Ajax are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And here's Van Basten.
Van Basten really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Bruno Fernandes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now it's Messi. Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Šeško. So what can they make of this? That looks a good ball through. He's Bruno Fernandes! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Bruno Fernandes deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Ajax come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pedri. He shifted it to the flank. Can he get on the end of this? Now the cross. Big header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
And it's Zanetti. And he was quick to react. And we expected better, and so did he. Zanetti. No way through. Lovely pass, but it's Van Basten! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Ajax perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Fiore. Out of play for a throw.
Changement pour l'Olympique Lyonnais. Le numéro 10. À sa place, le numéro 7.
Just eases him off the ball. Hendrick. And it's been played through. He's got away. And it's Rice. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Messi. And reclaimed it in a trice. Tries to pass it through. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Šeško. Fiore. And he's managed to get free. So much. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. And he's following up! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Menu. He's trying to hit the front line here. Tchouaméni calmly anticipates. And it's Messi. Messi tries making a foray down the right.
Ajax really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Van Basten! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Saliba gets it clear. Hendrick.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's got away. Crosses it in. Howson can get it clear.
There's no respite if you're being chased down like this.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Fiore. Pedri. Saliba deals with that comfortably.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Nicely weighted ball. Van Basten looking to get on the end of this. And now they can clear their lines.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
Now who's going to be first to this? Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And that is as far as it goes. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The Estadio Universitario, one of Mexico's leading venues since the 1960s, which has featured so heavily in competitions international, intercontinental, but it is primarily the home of Tigres. And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kalidou Koulibaly. It's easy to just focus on the physical side of his game, Peter, because he's so powerful and quick, making it basically impossible for a forward to get the better of him in a one-on-one situation. But there's more to his game. He reads the play extremely well and rarely gets caught out of position. And for me, just a complete all-round defender.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And he's forced to go back. Xavi Alonso. Rodri. Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Van Basten. And he's lost his man here. Now it's Messi. He slipped. Oh, what a climb! Goal! Ajax! And Ajax take the lead. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Stade Rennais are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. First quarter of an hour gone. Neymar. Stade Rennais look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Elise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Knocks it into space. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Nicely aimed pass. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. Rijkaard. Ajax do have a chance to counter here. And it's Henderson. Looking for the run. And the through ball. It's Neymar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So what can they make of this? And it's Messi, driving on and making good progress. And the shot! It's fallen kindly here. He has done it. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Stade Rennais grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Xavi Alonso. Messi. Cannavaro. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Now it's Rodri. And here's the chance to counter. That's a good run down the left. And this is Van Basten. Van Basten was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's in space and looking for options. Lovely bit of skill. Now the delivery. That's an excellent interception. Olise. Here's Rodri. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Olise. And it's Neymar. Nicely weighted. Goes for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that's a good-looking ball. There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half.
Cambio en el Ajax. Número 55.
Stade Rennais get the second half going.
Número 13.
That's a cute ball. Well timed, excellent interception. And that is as far as they're going to go. De Jong. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten! He's scored!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
Ajax take the lead.
This is the time you need that pace.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Messi. Ajax do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Doué has been caught there, it's a foul. Shifted it to the flank. Neymar in acres of space out wide. Messi.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Well, they've got it again. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He has found the way through. Pass somewhat off target. Rodri. Ajax perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Not the most accurate pass. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. He's picked his way through. Ah, that's a fine interception.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And here's Doué. He's going for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Cambio en el Ajax. Número 12.
We have got changes
Número
here
11.
from both sides, in fact.
Número 24. Entran número 18.
Nicked it back
número
promptly.
22. Número 88.
De
Se
Jong.
va a realizar un cambio.
Now it's Mbappe. Great ball if he can get there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Messi powering forward here. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Shot, surely! It's in! Two ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
The ball has bounced loose now. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. And to wish you a very good evening.
Efootball.